whole jingle bells now. So really exciting. My background, I studied business and marketing back in Vancouver and ended up working in the corporate world and got moved here 2004. And I thought, it would be like a fun, interesting experience for about a year, and then I'll go home, right? And totally fell in love with Toronto, so that's why I'm still here. Our intention is still to go back to Vancouver, but who knows? We love Toronto because of the diversity and because of people like you, active people. In Vancouver, what's so is that they are more laid back. They are more, about going snowboarding and Whistler and playing beach volleyball, which I also love, right? So fast forward a little bit, done my corporate thing. I always wanted to become an entrepreneur. So I actually left my corporate world and went into financial services. Started building a financial services practice and realized, after a few years in that industry, realized that wasn't the industry for me. But what I love, and a lot of you are the same, are the people helping part and connecting with people and the entrepreneurship part of the business. So that's when I decided I'm going to start training people how to network for business. Because a lot of times we have the passion and the gift to share, but we may not have the business skills and the relationship building skills. And that's kind of what brought me here today. So a few tips for you for the holidays for networking. Number one tip is attend parties. Sometimes you may go, less networking opportunities are available, but you're going to start hearing about holiday parties. If you're not attending one and you can't find one to attend, host one. What a great time to appreciate your customers, appreciate your joint venture partners, appreciate just people around you, right? Host as easy as what Jillian does all the time. Host something as simple as at sunrise, right? Hey, I want to appreciate you. Come for a coffee on me. It's the time to be generous and connect others. And those are the best networkers out there. It's the ones who are connecting people. Great demonstration here, Jillian. Another tip for you is when you go to someone else's event, a great tip for you is to act like the host. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Mm-hmm. So when let's say it is Jillian's event, right? And you go to her big event and she has 100 people there. She's a busy person. So you could say, hey Jillian, I would love to help you greet your guests. Would you like me to help you? Right? So you go and then you become this influential person, because you're there, you're saying welcome, you're asking them to take their jackets, you're leading them to the buffet, you're connecting them to people. So sometimes we walk into an event, we don't know anybody, and we're like, well, I don't know where to start. But what if you take on being the host? Take on the mindset of being the host. Then the situation is totally different for you. Good tip?
Good tip.
Okay, awesome. Second tip is send out cards related. Who here actually knows what send out cards is? Because I know Jillian was talking about it, like everyone knows about it. Okay, good. So send out cards is a company that's based in the U.S. that basically brought the old way of communication to using technology to bring it back out. And when I say the old way of communication is greeting cards. I don't know who here actually still writes greeting cards. Anyone on a regular basis?
I do.
Amazing. Yeah, so when I was young, I used to have pen pals. Did anyone have pen pals? Where we wrote letters? And it's like so exciting to get a letter in the mail, right? Do you remember those days? Yeah. So when I was a young child, that's what we did, right? And nowadays, the kids, they're on Facebook and they're texting. Like, right? I don't even know if they know how to write anymore. So send out cards basically is a system that's online where you can create your birthday card, holiday card, appreciation card. Add a picture of your family, and then say happy birthday. And when you click send, the company will print it, stuff it, put a stamp on it, and mail it out for you. It's awesome. It's like one of the best tools. It's one of the best tools out there. I started using it over 5 years ago when I was in financial services. It just made a lot of sense to me when I saw it. You know, something to say happy birthday to my clients, something to acknowledge people who give me referrals, and something to stay on top of mind, right? So this is the season for you to think cards, okay? Because everyone else thinks cards, so you're not necessarily be the one person who does it, but a lot of people aren't doing it anymore. I'm starting to get the e-cards, right? And I'm not even opening them because you're not sure if there's virus. They end up in junk mail, right? So what if you're the person who actually takes some time to create a physical card, whether you use Seno cards or not, add some pictures, and celebrate your year and send it out? Would you stand out to your group of friends? Absolutely.
But what about the personalization of your signature and the handwritten note?
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a little bit when we go through the questions. Thank you. Yeah, thank you though.
Sure.
And then my last tip for you is about asking questions. So when you go to an event, what do you talk about? And you've probably heard this one before, is the best person who builds relationships talks.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You wanted the fruit with the BLT, right? On the side. BLT with the fruit, yeah? Yeah? Is that okay? Yeah?
Well, where's your point?
No, that's not what I wanted, but it's okay. I'll take it.
Okay, so
It's okay.
yeah, do you want to sort it out first?
No, it's okay.
Okay. We want to make sure you're
No,
tummy's
I
fed.
am fine.
Okay, so
I'm ready for
my last tip for you this morning before I answer questions is I got thrown off a little
Ask
bit.
questions.
Ask questions. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. So you want to think about being the person who talks the least, right? When you're having a conversation, because it's about building personal relationships. And how do you build personal relationships? Is by asking questions. And this is a great time to ask questions about 2013. And you want to start asking questions that are open-ended. Okay, so what's a simple close-ended question? So I know what you know
Just
what I'm
like
talking
a
about.
fruit cup?
It's okay.
Because you said with the BLT
When are you
with fruit,
going?
right?
It's not easy. Don't worry. It's all right. It's right here.
Yeah? Because I can order a fruit cup for you if you want it.
It's fine.
Yeah, are you sure?
Please excuse me.
Okay.
I'm so glad you dropped in.
Nice meeting you, Betty.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, just to answer your question,
Yes.
within Seno cards, you can put in your own handwriting with your own signatures inside.
That's very good.
Yeah, I'll give you my business card if you want to find out more.
And I'll give you mine. if
Yeah,
you wanna
absolutely.
find out more. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry to interrupt your speech.
That's okay. Okay, so ask questions. Asking questions. A close-ended question, I'll just answer my own question. A close-ended question would be like, did you have a good breakfast? Right? So what's an answer? Yes or no, right?
Not sure.
Yeah. An open-ended question to that could be, what did you love about your breakfast? Right? What did you love about it? So it becomes an open-ended. So when you're having conversation, you want to think 80-20 rule. 80% open-ended questions, 20% closed-ended questions. Does that make sense? Because then it opens up the conversation for the other person to share with you some more, and you get to learn more about them. Yeah? And the questions I was going to suggest for you in this holiday season, in terms of the theme, are questions about 2013, about the future, about goals, right? Because it's exciting, right? It's like, what are your dreams? Can you describe to me, what your perfect vacation is like? Yeah. Can someone describe to me what your perfect vacation is like?
Lying on the beach with the sun shining down on me and the rolls.
There you go. Then when Jillian's talking about lying on the beach, you can ask, well, what beach on this world would you like to be on?
Green Island.
Yeah, you see, she gets into this zone of like this happy place, right? And we want to be networking and building relationships with that zone, in that happy place, in that good feeling. Those are my tips. Questions?
Okay, who would like to go first? Anybody?
Yeah, any questions? And, you know, any challenges